So another Q&A video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Anyway, bunch of random questions I've had from clients and um, online clients and stuff like that. Anyway, time to get to it. What's the biggest mistake people make when they think they train hard? And probably the biggest one is just actually someone's intensity. Because you can fake intensity, you can fluff it up and like fill it with bravado and fill your sets with bravado and put on a big show. But if you train hard, it's really easy to to see when someone's trained hard. If you train hard, it's one of those things like if you know, you know. If you don't know, you'll never know. Um, but just like how far someone takes themselves to failure, and I don't mean like screaming and shouting at the fucking gym or like stopping. That's one thing. Is like say someone's doing like I say at 15, they get to 8, and then they stop. So in a chest press, they stop here for like 3 seconds and then go again. Like I'm bad for it when I'm doing my really heavy sets, but a lot of the time when I'm doing it, it is to reset. But if someone's doing a couple reps and then locking out and then like resetting and getting breaths and doing it again and then doing it again, it's like one of those things where like you can just go and go and go and go, and then eventually it's just like a sliding scale of like you start up here and you gradually hit failure. It's one of the better ways to like take yourself to failure. So like probably the biggest mistake people make when it comes to training hard is genuinely just how hard they're training. Like yeah, you might be uncomfortable with it, you might be burning like fuck, you might be in pain, but that's just a sensation. Once you stop the set, that goes away within usually 30 seconds. And that lactic acid buildup dissipates quite quickly. So like your last rep, did you stop because it was burning, or did you stop because you couldn't physically get another rep? Are people scared to eat enough to grow? I would say yes. Whether it's trying to stay lean or worried about being fat or just pure and simple, pardon myself, not wanting to eat that much. I don't think most people eat enough food. That's been the case for a while. Like it's always been that way. An off season, a true off season, bulking phase, whatever you want to call it, is significantly harder than a diet because you're forcing yourself to eat. Like you're eating every 2 to 3 hours. Your digestion's not going to be the absolute best it's going to be. You're not going to feel physically fit. Like peak, you're going to feel more tired. You're going to feel more sluggish. You're going to have that brain fog because calories are high, carbs are high. It just sucks, but that's what you've got to do. Like I hated that last off season there, and it wasn't even long. It was like 7 months if you actually look at it. But I put a decent chunk of tissue on it, and that's apparent now that I'm starting to diet down. So you just need to eat way more than people realize, and not eat just utter shit that's like filled with crap. Where do I draw the line with PD use? It often falls down to what your goal is and how realistic you are with that goal. So, like, if you're half decent at this and you want to compete, then fucking crack on, fire on, do whatever you want. I get it. I do that. But if you have zero aspirations to stand on stage, you have zero aspirations to be like freaky big, like the biggest guy in the gym big, and I don't mean pure gym, I mean like an actual bodybuilding gym big, like freaky strong. If you don't have any of these aspirations and you just want to be a bigger guy with like above average muscle mass and leaner than the average Joe, you don't need to be taking like over 800 milligrams of box in a week, in my opinion. You don't even need to be using things like growth hormone in my eyes. Like if you want to use it, fucking sound, but I just don't see the point personally, because you're going down a path that is tricky. Like you're gonna run into potentially some side effects and some health issues. Like I've been using fucking steroids since I was 17. I'm proud of that? No. I'm honest about it? Yeah. Have I run into health issues? Yes. Am I going to probably deal with some health issues later on in life? Yes. But that's the deal with the devil I made. That is my choice. But I competed at 16 and knew from the jump this is what I wanted to do. And lo and behold, 13 years later, I'm still fucking doing it, and it's pretty much my life, my whole life. So, yeah, my opinion. Where are we? Your opinion on pre-workout dependence. That's a tricky one. So, when I was younger, I would go out my way to get the strongest pre-workouts I could find, and I'd take a minimum of 2 scoops every time I was using it, and most sessions, and that was 5 to 6 times a week. Which, like, it is what it is. I trained that way, yada, yada, yada. But now I've gotten older, I'd like to think I'm a little bit more wiser. I notice now when I use a lot of like high stim pre-workouts, outside like me getting in my head from such high stimulant use, it really kicks fuck up my appetite. Like I have no appetite after I train when I take really high stimulants. And then on the flip of that, like if you consistently need a pre-workout to train, what are your motivations to train? And then if it's due to like just general tiredness and feelings of fatigue, is this a work thing? Like I've got friends and clients that work really long hours and they're on night shift, then they're on day shift, then they're on back shift, and every day is different. So one day they might be fine, the next day they've done absolute shift and they're battered. I get that, but what I don't get is like if your nutrition's poor and your sleep's shit and all these other things that you can fix, and you're like using a pre-workout as like a band-aid for the built wound of your poor lifestyle, and you actually want to see progress, because not everyone wants to be the biggest guy going. If you actually want to see progress, then just fucking change it. Simple. I do always use a pump pre-workout though, but that is some bro science bullshit, pretty much down to sacroplasmic hypertrophy, I'm sure it is. Essentially, when you get a big pump, it helps with the muscle growth. So in my head, I'm like, well, if I always take a pump pre, I'm going to get a better pump than I would normally, and that'll help with muscle growth and muscle like maintenance of muscle tissue and everything like that. So I've done that since I was like 20. I've always used a pump pre-workout. One nutrition rule you follow that actually works. This is from like it's a J. Cutler rule actually, but the 3 meals I've prioritised since I've seen this video, and I think it was like 21 when I seen this. So 9 years ago, it's the 3 meals you can't miss ever. Your breakfast, your pre-workout meal, and your post-workout meal. These are the 3 most important meals you can have every day, obviously on a training day. So like breakfast for myself is like, there's usually eggs there. It's either like steak and eggs or bacon and eggs, something like that. If I'm high in the off season, deep in the off season, it's like bagels or bread or sourdough or something that digests well. Pre-workout, since I've been using cream rice, it's always been cream rice, or it's been a variation of cream rice, like rice pudding or fucking rice flakes or baby rice or whatever like that. Something like that, with some whey protein, usually banana and some nut butter. And then post-workout, again, I just do the next best thing that digests well. So sometimes I'll do bagels and jam, sometimes I'll do cereal, sometimes I'll do rice pudding, rice flour, whatever, with some whey, maybe some honey, some fruit, just depending on how much food I need at that time. But breakfast, pre-workout, post-workout, they are the 3 meals everyone should be prioritising. They don't necessarily need to be big meals. Like your post-workout meal could be like a Kellogg's square bar banana or a fucking protein shake. I personally wouldn't call that a meal, but it's a meal. It doesn't have, like, don't overthink it. It doesn't need to be complicated. Next one. One thing people chasing a serious physique overlook: time. This shit takes fucking ages. Like, I remember working out a while ago. So, when I dieted in 2000, fucking calculator. Trusty old calculator. So when I competed in 2013, I did an 8-week diet. When I competed in 2016, I did a 12-week diet for the first show and then another 12-week diet to the British. 2017 was 16 weeks. 2018 was 20 weeks. 2020, 2018, 2021 was 20 weeks for the first show. 2023 was 20 weeks from the first show. 2025 was 20 weeks to the first show. And then this year. So we'll do up to now. So I've dieted for 128 weeks since 2013. That is the total amount of weeks I've spent dieting for bodybuilding shows, not including this season. So 120 weeks, 28 weeks. Some proper maths. So it's 52 weeks in the year. So that's essentially from 2013 up to last year, so 2025. So 12 years. 12 times 52. 1,300 weeks. Take my dieting away. I've spent 1,172 weeks in a calorie surplus trying to get fucking big. So, like, growing muscle tissue, building tissue, it takes fucking time. It takes a long bloody time. I've approached bodybuilding since I got into bodybuilding with the fuck it mentality. And what I mean by that is trying to get there as physically, get there as quick as physically possible. Like, I've not approached it with like this stay lean approach. I've not approached it with let's stay healthy approach. I have kicked the fuck it bucket. I have done some truly stupid cycles, used some truly silly compounds, and it's still taking me fucking what was that number? 1,172 weeks to get to the point I'm at now in terms of muscle tissue. So like, it just takes time. I can't explain it more than that. And then within that, of those 1,172 weeks, is every day you're training hard. Every day you're eating a surplus of calories. Every day you're eating the same food over and over and over and over and over again. Like it's just monotonous. So it's like it's not even just the time; it's how monotonous that time looks. Do you think staying relatable because people? Do you think people stay relatable because they're scared to stand out? It's a tricky one because I don't think this relates just to bodybuilding, the fitness industry, but I think it relates to people in general. I was having this conversation yesterday with someone about like people staying in the comfort zone, like in the slow lane, and not really adventuring out and seeing what they're made of. Like the book The Fountainhead, I read that last year by Ayn Rand, or rather, I listened to it by Ayn Rand. That's fucking amazing. It's such a good book on like the differences of people that want to fit in and want to go with the crowd and want to be accepted, and the outliers and the renegades and the outcasts and the people that just don't give a fuck and they fly by the seat of the pants, and that is it. And since I was younger, my lovely mother, Sheila, has pushed me to be the latter, to always be myself. And I remember when I was younger saying, well, how could I be with anyone else? I'm just me. And saying that at whatever age I was, probably like 10, was probably quite profound. I didn't realise what I was saying. And I struggle with it. I've struggled with the feelings of fitting in and everything, but I think as you get older, you just realise, what the fuck's the point? So, I won't ever truly understand why people don't just be themselves. My favourite people in the world are the people that are just unequivocally them. They're genuine. They might ruffle some feathers and brush people up the wrong way, but they know exactly who they are and they're not afraid to be it or show it. So, yeah, fitting in is for sheep and blocks for child games in my eyes. Anyway, next one. Why do people stay stuck with their training? To the first question, I don't think they train hard enough. Secondly, I think they fall into traps of, well, this is what I've been doing, and this is what I've done, so continuously do that, and I'll continuously doing it. Whereas if that's what you've always done, and it's not working, change it. Simple as that. Like, the way I've trained my arms the past 3 years is drastically different than how I used to train my arms when I was younger. And my arms have grown. The way I train my back now is drastically different than how I used to train my back when I was younger. And it's changed. It's gotten bigger. The way I train my legs has still worked and still stayed the same because it used to work. So like it's that thought process of like, well, it's how I've always done it. It's like, yeah, but if it's not working, why the fuck are you doing it? I'm sure Einstein said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. And like bodybuilding is very much doing the same thing, but you expect the same outcome and you get the same outcome. Whereas when you're not getting the outcome you want and you're getting the same outcome, which is bullshit and no progress and no changes in your physique, that's when you need to start thinking, maybe this isn't working. Maybe I should change my approach. It's becoming a long video. Ranting too much, clearly. Most misunderstood thing with PEDs, probably just the side effects and how little drugs you need to use. And again, like pot kettle, considering I started using stuff at such a young age. But things like trend. There's this whole like thing, especially in the past like 3 or 4 years of social media getting bigger and TikTok and everything. People are obsessed with like trend this, trend that. It's like that's down, but like trend's like taking a sledgehammer to your hormones. Like yes, it's fantastic, but like everything's got to take its pound of fucking meat. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone, like whatever you get out of something needs to take it back. So like trend, you're gonna get bigger, you're gonna get stronger, you're gonna get leaner, you're gonna stay leaner. Fantastic results, right? Yes, but it takes its pound of flesh. So like it's gonna affect your sleep. You're gonna be sweaty. Your sex drive's gonna be fucking through the roof to the extent that you probably can't think about anything else. Your temper or your moods might be erratic. Your body heats through the roof. It might affect your blood levels in a negative way. Yada yada yada. So, like everything takes its pound of flesh. So, understanding that is the biggest thing. So, like when people are getting into things, it's like it's not just like thinking, "Oh, what does this do?" It's like, what does it do on both ends, like positive and negative, and then also what is your goal? Like, is your goal to just get bigger? So you probably don't ever need to use tren. Is your goal to get leaner? So you probably don't ever need to use half of the shit that's out there. And the trickier thing is like as you get deeper into competing, that's when like some of these drugs start to come in, but at much smaller doses than I think people realise. But just overall, just a lack of misunderstanding, I think, is the issue with PEDs. And a lack of understanding of like, it's going to take its pound of flesh. It might not take it now, it might take it 20 years down the line when you're dad and you're no longer a bodybuilder, no longer taking these drugs. So, big risk to take to stick in Ibiza. Biggest sacrifice you've made for bodybuilding? I don't think it's a bodybuilding sacrifice. I think it's just a work sacrifice. And I've got friends that are in this period right now. But I think it's Hormozy that said it. You can either be a overworked, underlived 30-year-old, or you can be a overlived, underworked 30-year-old. Either way, you're both going to suffer. And I chose the latter. I chose to work like fuck and focus on my career and focus on my bodybuilding at a very young age, and it's paid off. It's like, to some people it might not have, but to me it has, and that's all that really matters. Like, to me, I'm in this spot where I never thought I'd get to. So, yeah, go me. Pat the back. But that's a sacrifice everyone needs to make. Like, your career. Are you going to work a dead-end job and then be and then hate it and then try to find something later in life, or are you going to take your time to find your passion, find your career, figure out a way to make money from it, and then go from there? Like, there's a sacrifice no matter what you do, but the biggest thing is it's not making it. I remember someone saying this to me when I was younger. It's not about making the right choice. It's about making the choice right. And I've lived by that since I heard it. So like, whatever the choice is that you're making, you need to fucking stand by that as a man. You need to stand by that and own it and be like, right, if I made a mistake, that's my mistake. Hand goes up. That's on me. This is my decision. I'm standing by this decision. This is what I'm going with. So that all falls into the same shit of my biggest sacrifices. Just these are the choices I've made. I don't see it as a sacrifice, but you just got to make it work for yourself. Simple as that. Anyway, it's been a long fucking video. So if you've got into this part of the video, and you've gotten all the way to the end, give yourselves a pat on the back.